What other podcast got two audience members?
That's true.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
We got Matt Puzhitsky in the cut. Happy to see you, brother.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
How you feeling, bro? You just got on North City, one of Toronto's biggest blogs. Congrats. How you feel?
It's good. It's cool. We had a little interview. It's cool to see people recognizing my stuff and putting me out there. It was fun just chatting to the journalist, Brooke. She was really good. Asked me about my favorite Tim Hortons order and shit like that. So that was fun. Yeah.
Why did they ask you that out of all things?
Because their whole narrative for this article was how I'm like a lot of the videos that have done well for me on social media are about Canadian culture and American culture. So they're spinning the fact that I'm putting that out there. And she asked me, because North City is a Canadian-based news website, and so she was asking me where I grew up, like my favorite spots in Toronto, and my Tim Hortons order, because that's very Canadian. So,
what's your favorite thing to get from Tim Hortons?
Half coffee, half French vanilla.
Oh, I never heard of that. Shit.
It's really good. It's really good.
I'm gonna try it out next time.
Yeah, I think it's called a mocha. Or no, mocha is half coffee, half hot chocolate. I don't know, man. I'm not a barista.
That must be the McGangbang of coffee.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's kind of like what that is.
Yeah, I get it. I'll tell you this, Playboy. What is your top 3 things for going viral? If there's influencers out there trying to get inspired, what are your top 3 things for going viral on social media?
I don't know. That's a good question. If I knew, I would be more viral than I am and be making more money. It's just kind of. You have to be consistent, put out content, right? Don't be scared of, because look, people are scared of putting out content because they're like, everybody's going to see it. Realistically, if a video doesn't do well, nobody's really going to see it. And if it does well, if it gets millions of views, cool. That means it's a good video. So there's no losing. Just put it out there and see what works. See, throw a bunch of shit at the wall and see what sticks. That's it.
That's good. But that was just one thing. So you said consistency. What are the other 2?
There are 3 keys? I didn't say there were 3 keys, but
I'm just asking if there were. I'm just asking if there were for the young influencers. Just make
the young influencers? Okay. I don't know. Consistency, trying to be yourself, because there's a lot of things out there that are very generic. So I feel like being original is important, and the best way to be original is to just kind of stick to your roots, right? I have a series that does very well that's about growing up in with immigrant parents, like Slavic parents. That's great because it's relatable and it's completely about my life, and a lot of people relate to it. And what else? Third key is consistency, being original. I don't know, just marketing yourself, right? Being smart about it. Posting at the right times. If something works, keep working on that, keep peddling that, and it's called show business, Emphasis on the business. You gotta get yourself out there.
That's true. I like that. I understand that you don't give a fuck. That's how you gotta do it in order to just post. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. You can quote me on that. Or
you just gotta not give a fuck. Everyone's like, oh, this guy's watching this and that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I see, oh yeah, of course. When I started posting skits, some people were like, oh, what the hell are you doing? And those were only my friends. And then I'm sure a lot of people kind of behind my back were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But now it's nothing but congrats this, congrats that, good job. So once you have some success from it, people switch up really quick.
It's weird. They're mocking you in the beginning, but then they
no, they're not mocking me, but it does make sense. Hey, if my buddy posted a fucking weird sketch, I'd call him gay too. So I get it, but you gotta push through that.
I'm just saying, when you succeed, now they're copying you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's the biggest compliment you can get, right? Flattery is the biggest form of. What did it say?
The other way around.
So yeah, sorry. Imitation is the biggest form of flattery. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There you go.
I ask you, what's the most dark joke you have ever heard?
Ever heard?
Yeah.
Has to be something by Louis C.K. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just had. I was watching his SNL monologue, and he did. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna do justice to a Louis C.K. bit, but essentially the premise was that, oh fuck, I love this is why I love Louis. So he was doing his SNL monologue. I think it was his like second appearance on SNL. This was like 2010, and he's basically like, he was talking about pedophiles, right? And he's like, oh man, like, fucking kids is illegal, right? But these pedophiles must really love fucking kids, because like, I love candy, but if candy was illegal, I wouldn't eat candy. But these pedophiles, they're fucking kids even though it's illegal. So fucking kids must be way better than candy. Something like that. It was a really good joke. He's the only guy that can pull that off on SNL, like a really like kind of left wing kind of like I guess politically I guess they're mostly safe, right? He pulled off a pedophile joke, and yeah, that was good. That was probably one of the darkest ones I've heard. Definitely not one of his darkest, but in recent memory.
That's awesome. Have you ever written any dark jokes?
I have plenty of dark jokes.
What's your darkest one that you think?
I mean, like, now I'm trying to think now, because, I mean, I have jokes about, like, my dad calling me gay, and, it's not dark. I definitely have jokes about pedophiles, but I can't pull them off as well as Louis, so they haven't really seen the light and probably won't ever. But yeah, man, like, where there's gonna be an open mic after this, that's where all the real dark stuff comes out. That's where you're like, yeah, that's where you say stuff that, you know, if basically, here, I'll put it this way, because, you know, as a comedian, I'm sure you know, it's like, it's not like, it's like, what do you say when somebody's like, oh, you're a comedian, tell me a joke? I hate that shit, but it's like, fuck off, here's a joke.
I'm not asking you that, I'm just saying, what's the darkest joke?
Yeah, so to address that without actually saying my darkest joke, I'll tell you that if you look at my
I want you to tell me your darkest joke right now.
I will not.
Why?
Because suck my dick, I'm a comedian, pay me if you want to tell me.
What?
Okay, it's like coming up to a prostitute and being like, I want you to suck my dick right now for free.
I would never ask a prostitute to suck my dick, that's dirty. They probably got AIDS.
I'm sure you have, bro. Look at your microphone. tell me you didn't get that from a strip club.
I licked that microphone once.
I know, I've seen you do it many times.
And I got AIDS.
I know. I've seen you do it many times. But, I don't know. So basically, if you look at my notes, my comedy notes, and like, my biggest fear is that I will have an untimely death and the FBI will discover my notes and see all the shit that I've written down there that has only been said in dark basements or like this, or attics, I guess. Yeah. And yeah, that if my family gets a hold of that, or if anybody gets a whiff of that, I'm fucked, because those comedy notes are fucked.
Isn't it weird whenever someone reads your comedy notes and they think it's serious?
No.
It's like, what the fuck?
That's why it's clearly in a category called comedy. It's you know it's conjecture.
Weird. One time I was in an elevator, I was writing voice notes and then fucking the person was spying on me in the elevator. He's like, yo, are you serious? You're gonna do what? I said no.
Voice notes?
Yeah,
in the elevator. Okay, wait. Let's break this down. First of all,
security was eavesdropping.
You're saying the building you were in has audio on their security cameras. All right, what building were you in?
I was in Fairview Library.
Okay, no shit. Okay, it's a library, first of all. So you were writing jokes in a library in the elevator.
Yeah, and the security was eavesdropping. He's like, you're gonna do what?
I mean, I'm not surprised. Joke. Security guards are pretty bored at their jobs. I
said I'm writing a fucking joke. What the?
I know for a fact the security guard at my building thinks I'm a weirdo, because like, I mean, there's like the elevator, man. You know the cameras are there, but if nobody else is in the elevator, like it doesn't count. It's a free for all. You know what I mean?
She does.
Sometimes, like, I've been trying to give up gambling.
Yeah.
Like, not successfully, but I'm trying to, like, replace it with other things that give me that rush, you know? And sometimes when I'm alone in the elevator, I like to fart. Yeah. And because you don't know, is somebody going to come in? Will they not? And then if you get to your floor, and nobody comes in, it's kind of like gambling, you know? You gambled and you won, so.
I want to ask you this. What influences have inspired you on Instagram? to create your content?
You, my man, you're the viral king.
You ain't never seen me.
I've seen you at fucking Venice Beach sinking threes in the Spider-Man suit. I'm like, bro, if I can do that, that's hilarious.
I want to ask you for real, what influencers do you get inspired from?
Who do I get inspired by on social media specifically, or on stage?
On Instagram.
On Instagram
to create your skits.
There's actually a buddy of mine. He's from Toronto too. His name's Jesse Georgie. Shout out to Jesse. I talked about him too in the Narcity article. He does this. He has a skit series with this Middle Eastern his Middle Eastern parents based on his Middle East, and we did a collaboration because I have a series based on like Slavic immigrant parents. So we did like kind of Middle Eastern parents versus Slavic parents, and so he's killing it. He has like a bunch of subscribers and views and whatever. So yeah, Jesse Georgie.
And then you got to collab with him, or you knew him before?
Yeah. I had him on my podcast, and then we collabed, and we're gonna do another podcast soon. So he's a cool guy, and he's killing it online.
I see.
Oh, and Andrew Packer, another Toronto guy. He's great. He also just had him on my podcast. We talked about the business side of the social media, but he is killing. He has I was baffled when I saw before he has probably like 1.3 million subscribers by now. He was like 1.25 or whatever, growing every day. Insane. That's more than like fucking Kill Tony. I don't know. Like, it's just crazy the numbers he gets, and he just got his US visa, so it pays off, man. It pays off.
Congrats to him. I want to ask you, can you walk us through your social media journey as an influencer?
My social media journey? Well, I started, my first open mic in comedy was like just before the pandemic, and I just got like 1-2 mics in, and everything shut down. So I had a bunch of like notes, right? And I decided to see how TikTok was the only thing you can do. I saw a lot of funny people doing cool stuff on TikTok, so I'm like, yeah, let's throw it out there. That started kind of popping off, and I just went all in on that, I guess, for 3 years during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And then when I came back to comedy, basically at zero, because 2 open mics, whatever, doesn't count, I already had a following, and it kind of went from there.
Yeah, a lot of people popped off during the pandemic, right?
Yeah, it was a huge bubble, which is actually starting to burst now, like the podcast bubble. A lot of podcasts grew like extremely during the pandemic, and now that actual movies and TV shows are coming back, people aren't as keen to consume as many podcasts, so they're kind of dying down. But if you were able to capitalize on the pandemic, that bubble, that's great. You could have like those 3 years set off a bunch of careers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Alright, Mr. Awesome. Interviewer, what do you got next? I can see your gears turning.
I want to ask you many questions, man. What's your craziest dating story?
My craziest dating story?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I was like a nerdy kid in university. I didn't always look like a handsome lesbian. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. What's the craziest day? I don't know. I'm pretty fucking vanilla. I'm like the Jack Harlow of comedy. Yeah, Jack Harlow. That fucking. These guys said, "Wow, that guy's favorite position is missionary." Come on. Wow. This guy's fucking. Yeah. If there was like a sexually transmitted disease that you can only get while fucking missionary and being really quiet, that's Jack Harlow's biggest problem. I'm just like fucking doing crowd work right now on 2 people. This is hilarious. I don't know. Craziest dating story. I don't know. A bunch of like the fucking like online dating shit, like Tinder, Bumble, that bullshit. Like people catfishing you, people not showing up, you not show. Like the minute like during the I was so bad too. I was like, it was weird because I was a nerdy kid, didn't get a lot of attention, and then like. The social media started popping off. I started hitting the gym, and then it went from 0 to 100 like pretty quickly. So I was like fucking like I was a slut in university. It was bad. I was like thank God I didn't get chlamydia, which is not that bad. It's just a pill. But like I was really bad. Like I was very inconsiderate. I'm engaged now, so I'm a changed man. I'm getting married March 30th. So that's thank you. That is no longer me, but back then I'd like the girl I dated before I met my fiance, she was great lady, but I was like 21 and she was like 29, 30.
You like
and yeah, big fan. But the issue is that she was
her eggs were fried.
No, and that's not an issue. That's great. That's great. Like, if you can just not use condoms, that's ideal. That's perfect. Imagine. But no, it was great because she was a great lady. But
she was past her prime.
No, she was. Oh, dude, I met her at the gym. She was pretty fucking prime, if you ask me. But my thing was that, like, I clearly like told her at the beginning. I'm like, listen, we're at different places in our lives, and it's not gonna work out. And like, she's like, yeah, cool. But the thing with women is that that's never the case. The friends with benefits, eventually somebody catches feelings. It's not only women, it's the guy or the girl. It just never works. And she ended up catching feelings, and it was pretty ugly. It wasn't really a crazy story, but it was like, I basically had to be like, listen, she told me to stop talking to her, and then it would be like, for like a period of 6 months, it'd be like, okay, stop talking to me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'd be chilling for 2 weeks, and then she'd be like, all right, I'm coming over. I'm like, fine. Like, I'm not, and at that point, you know, it was pandemic, so I wasn't getting that much pussy. I'm not gonna say no. So it was like a constant, like, vicious cycle. But yeah,
that's awesome, brother. That's awesome. I love me some MILFs.
Yeah, man. MILF City. Let's go.
Yeah, MILFs, lesbians, and Asians.
Cool. Yeah. Great. We're just naming Pornhub categories. All right. I'd like to start a petition for a midget category, and maybe let's get to Down syndrome in there. That's a hot take. Let's that extra chromosome sometimes puts in the work, bro.
That's awesome. Do you think midget prostitutes get paid under the table?
Under the table? I mean, yeah, I get the joke. I think me saying yes ruins it. But yeah, they are short, so I guess physically, unless they're on a stepping stool, they would have to get paid under the table.
That'd be awesome. One of my dreams is to
fuck a midget?
No.
What if she was a Down syndrome midget?
I don't want to fuck them. I just want to get oral standing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unless you're Shaquille O'Neal, then it would have to be a midget, you know?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I think my girlfriend would give me a pass on that. That's only half a lady. When
she's standing, I guess so, yeah. Yeah, no, but hey, midget lives matter, okay?
Absolutely. So I want to ask you, for the newer comics like Alex Duet, what are some joke writing tips?
Joke writing tips? Oh my god. I personally, there's like joke writing books out there and stuff like that, but I do not, I've never read one, and I take advice with a grain of salt, because I think comedy is all about being yourself and finding kind of that inner kind of like gushy center that your jokes come from. So I don't think there's comedy is the one thing you can't learn really in a classroom. You gotta kind of pave your own path. So I don't think I would have a tip. My only tip for joke writing would be do it. Get stage time.
My only tip is if there's a sexy lady, I'll give her the tip.
All right, there we go. There's the headliner coming out.
Yeah. What were you saying? What? 3 tips. Go. Just for a new comic, if there was any.
Dude, I can't. Okay, I'll give you 3 tips. Stage time, and stage time. There are my 3 tips.
So that's where you get your experience.
Yeah, experience. Try this. Doesn't work. Try that. Sometimes you'll find something that works and stick with it.
That's crazy you say that. I was watching this Kill Tony guy on Kill Tony. This guy's like, yo, I got 12 years experience. This was just a shitty minute. And then everyone's like, no, you're just a shitty comic.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. That's very possible, yeah.
So sometimes experience doesn't matter for shit. You just gotta...
Yeah, like I said, it's about, like, it's also, you know, you gotta be smart about it. It's pointless to do open mics for 12 years and not like, kind of, you know, you're collecting data, and if you don't apply it...
You know what's funny? Then they made him sing. They said, I'm sorry about shitting on your comedy career.
Yeah.
but you're also a terrible singer.
Oh my god.
The whole crowd was laughing.
That's Kill
so
Tony,
hard.
man. They get people up there and shit on you unless you really kill. So it's tough. It's a cutthroat.
I was like, how you gonna kill the man singing career too? It was so funny, brother. I had fun watching that, man. That was awesome. Man, how did you feel playing a huge theater? And just
fun.
for laughs.
It was fun. Theaters are good. They're like the most nervous I have ever been was not doing the theater. It was probably my first open mic, and then I mean, because it's just a bunch of people there to watch you, and they're like, if they pay tickets and they're there, it's a good audience always, because and the laughs are huge, and it's very hard to bomb in a theater, I think, because if 500 people don't laugh, the other 600 will.
Oh, I get it.
You know what I mean? So the laughs, the props are huge no matter what. So these mics are harder than the theaters for sure.
Oh, really?
For sure.
No, I get that, because let's say there's only 30, 20 people in the room.
Not even that. It's if you're lucky. What do we have in Toronto? That's the thing, right? It's not. It's either like bar shows with
COVID.
It's all good. I'm double vaxxed. Fuck food. No, but it's like, what do we have in Toronto? We have shitty bar shows with 5-6 people, or the big clubs, Absolute, Yucks. That's really it. Which have maybe 100 people, 200 people, right? So then unless you're a huge name from the States that's doing theaters or fucking Scotiabank, there's not much in between. It's either huge shows where the audience are great, or it's just a fucking war zone, where you have to fight for every single chuckle. So, but that's good. That makes you I just came back from Vancouver, and it's good. It makes you. It's a great playground to kind of get better in the dark, and once you do the shows that matter, you really have some tight material.
I see. How you feel in front of that 1,000 people though?
I mean, it was first of all, it was 1,300. No big deal. Second of all, it was fucking awesome. I was just having fun. At that point, I knew my jokes were good. I had my set going. Everybody was having a blast. I was out there just enjoying the moment. You're there with them. That's what comedy should be, right? You're in the zone. It was kind of like flow state. So it was just good. I was there. It was fun. They treat you well. They're like a human. They put you up in a hotel, right? You got a little green room with food and shit, and you gotta taste the good life.
Yeah. And you opened up for Christina Puzhitsky.
Yes, Christina P. Yeah.
Tom Segura's bitch.
Yeah. Wife actually.
Wife. My bad.
Yeah.
I was just trying to use the correct term.
Yes.
I wanted to say, I'm just joking now. I wanted to say, did you meet the legend Tom Segura?
I did not meet Tom, no.
No way, he just lets you chill with his bitch.
Yeah, open for her, yeah.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I'm just playing. I'm just joking around. The crowd loves it.
Yeah, the one guy, he's having a blast.
I'm just playing.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of like a theater, right? See, imagine that guy is the one portion of the crowd, and the rest doesn't like it.
I see. So do you feel like in the theater the laughs are scattered then? If you got some people here, the other people down there didn't get it?
No, they're not really scattered. There's different kind of levels of laughs. You can get just like if you're doing a club, right? You get okay laughs, you get the big punchlines, they get hard pops, you get an applause break if you're lucky. You can hear the difference in frequency. You know when you're doing well. But generally, it's very hard. Even if it's a joke that bombs, you will hear people, if anything, laughing at the fact that you're bombing. So it's literally, it's I don't know, I feel you're set up to succeed, really. If you're in that position.
Yeah. I wanted to say, I seen you doing that joke off with Jake Brennan here.
Yeah, we're going to do a show like that. We're going to do a show. Comedy Versus. That was hilarious. That was great. That was born at Keys Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Well, Do you want to be a judge on that show?
I'm up for it. That
yeah?
shit was cool.
When we do it? We'll do it. We'll do it at like Comedy Bar or something.
That shit was cool. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, dude. It was crazy because it was the second show, Saturday, 10:30. There was like 6 people in the crowd, but they were it's the best 6-person show that I've ever done because each one of them was like in it. They were laughing. They were having a good time. They were engaged, and basically like 3 of them left to go to the bathroom. They're like, "We'll be back. Don't worry." And then I'm like, "I'm hosting. Jake's next." I'm like, "Okay, I'll wait until the people come back." So I'm just fucking around talking to the crowd, and they end up coming back, and Jake comes on. And he's like, "What am I doing?" He gives me the mic, and I tell a joke, and he takes the mic back, and he tells a joke. So we go like joke for like 6 rounds, and we ended up doing like a little competition based on like who has the better joke, like a joke off. That was interesting. It was
cool.
really fun. I don't know if it'll work in a bigger room. We'll see, because that was kind of like lightning in a bottle. The atmosphere, the people were having it, so it was kind of like perfect for that. But it was definitely we're gonna try it out. We'll take it to the Comedy Bar and see what happens.
Yeah, I just come in here. I'm like, oh, what are they? Oh, that looks entertaining.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun. Yeah, and the audience is really involved because they're like, okay, like they can vote at the end or something. Mm-hmm. I want it to be like 2 or 3 judges, and there has to be like an odd number of judges. So yeah, 2 judges and maybe an audience vote, or just 3 judges with no audience.
I get it. Yeah,
vote, but because that's weird. The audience vote is tough because whoever goes second has a huge advantage because the joke is fresher, right? That's an actual thing. So then usually the applause would be louder for the second. If the jokes were completely even, right? The applause would probably be louder for the person who goes second.
Yeah,
so
I get it.
Probably we'll just have 3 judges: me, Jake, and you if you want to do it.
I'm up for it. That would be cool if we even did a roast battle.
Yeah, well, no, that's the thing. That's why it's different than a roast battle. Roast battles have been done. I feel like this is something new and fresh that we can do.
True.
Yeah.
I just really like roast battles. Those are cool.
Yeah, I've done a few roast battles. I don't know. I like it when it's somebody you really know well. But my experience for roast battles has been like, okay, you're roasting this guy. I don't know the person, right? I get their social media and like. I have to kind of like make roasts based off of whatever I see and on a person I don't know. It just feels weird, which is fun, whatever. But I really enjoy them if I know the person. But I've done too many roast battles where I'm like, I don't know you, and I'm telling you that your mom is gay. So this is
Not only that. Don't you really feel bad about their mom, especially when you really know their mom, like on like a really? Are
you implying that I fucked their mom? Or yeah, okay.
Really know their mom?
Yeah, man, dude, there are levels to this shit. Look at this. Look at how you like covered that joke, the delivery. You're a master. There's a master at work.
Don't you feel bad for them, especially when?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't.
I
happened not to fuck the mothers of the opponents of my roast battlers, so I guess I was okay in that department. But maybe if the situation ever arises, I probably wouldn't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
If I did, because it was my decision to do so. So maybe it was like a revenge thing, or maybe their mom was just really hot.
Or maybe you were just trying to help his father out.
If his father was like a cop, or I don't understand where we're going with this riff here. Like that's the thing. I love you, man, but your brain works in mysterious ways. Like I've been trying to understand you for how long have I known you for? Like a couple of years now, maybe like a year and a half. It's a I think have you figured out, and then you just say something. I'm like, dude, this guy's Kanye right here, the next like fucking genius. I think secretly, I've been telling this to everybody. Yeah. I think you're just the biggest marketing genius in the world, and like when you come home, you're like, oh, and then you have like a chalkboard with equations and fucking like monitors, like all right, like writing them down. You're just like secretly a super genius, and nobody realizes. That's my theory. What do you think? I know you wouldn't admit it, but
I agree with you. I was my last show before I started this was in 2020. I messaged, I don't know if you heard his name before, Dane Cook, and he said, I'm just joking, but yeah.
You messaged Dane Cook?
Yeah, he replied back, he's like, yeah, I want you to make posters, market, and he said that's how I started. I said, alright, if that's what you want me to do, you played the vicious circle, might as well listen to.
All right. Yeah, the vicious circle. Yeah, killer comedy special. Dane Cook.
I was humbled. He was humble enough to reply. But I heard he replies back to everyone.
Yeah.
And so this guy just replies back. Next thing
you wanted to produce a show for him?
No, I'm just asking him
if he'll do your show.
No, I don't want him to do my show. You know what I mean? I want someone who's actually funny. Okay. Kevin Hart to do my shows.
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
Because he's only funny in the movies because he has writers.
Yeah, he's only funny when he's wearing a dress, right? Yeah.
He's only funny in the movies because he has writers.
And we got our tinfoil hats now. Black Hollywood. Let's expose it.
Did you see Cat Williams talking shit about Kevin Hart?
That's what he talks shit about every black guy that wore a dress. He's like, I ain't never gonna wear that dress. No, not me. I play golf. I can't do the Cat Williams voice, but fucking the guy's hilarious.
He's like, I'm Cat Williams. I think Kevin Hart is not funny. He only funny because he got writers. He said
that's better. That's better than Cat Williams.
He only funny because he got writers.
No, but we can make fun of Kevin Hart because
he's short.
He's short.
Yeah.
If he walks in here, we'd be like, where is he?
Yeah. This is not a very midget-friendly podcast. You know? We were talking about it before. Yeah.
No, I'm just playing around. I love Dane Cook, so I messaged him for some advice, and that's what he told me to do.
Yeah.
And so I produced that. It went well. Fucking 30 people showed up to my first comedy show.
Nice.
And that was just off my Instagram feed.
Nice.
All the people that came out was just off my Instagram feed. That's why Key's Comedy Club, we only message from Instagram.
Yeah,
because it works. Right?
Yeah.
And so after that happened, after the first things to see it, I filmed that, put it online. It got a bunch of views. And then I was like, say what, I'm gonna keep doing more.
Sick.
And then what happened was COVID hit, and I was like, fuck, we can't do any more shows. It was at a bar in the Danforth. They closed down after COVID hit.
Yeah, I hear Toronto comedy was like a little. There was like way more stage time to go around before COVID. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap up soon.
Sounds good. Yeah, we got a show to do. Yeah.
Before I go, I want to ask you, how do you think Key's Comedy Club impacts Toronto?
Dude, it's unreal. First of all, the open mic. Second of all, the stage time you give to all the comedians that are kind of like in a more early phase of their career and have trouble getting proper stage. Because realistically, if you're just starting, your kind of first year or two, like other than open mics, you're not getting any stage time, and then slowly you start getting booked, but that's few and far between. So if they have a place to go where they get in front of you, you're very open about who you let on, and like you put people in seats here and you give them stage time, and like personally, there's nowhere else that I can just walk in and I am on the wall. I did pay my dues, but like get a solid 20 minutes of stage time, because truly it's a great gym. It's a great gym, and you do find you have like a very special eye for talented people. You got fucking Deshaun, Kill Tony star. You got myself. I did okay in Austin too, and like there's everybody on this wall is fucking a legend. That's why it's called Legends Wall.
Yeah, everybody has like millions of views. So
yes, millions of views. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Most importantly, they're good people.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like, nah, fuck that.
whether they're good people or not. As long as they're good to me, they respect. I'll give them stage time. If you have fights with comedians, this and that, that's what in between you guys. Don't bring that to me.
Yeah,
I'm just booking people where I think is funny. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Because I know comedians bump heads here and there, but that's in between you guys.
Yeah, that's what it is. The drama, man. That's fucking got plenty of that.
I know how it is because when I was doing comedy and trying to get booked on here and there, the owners love me, but you have to go between whoever's booking it.
Yeah, it's annoying. That's my least favorite part about comedy is all that drama and the politics. I just want the ha-has. That's it.
That's why I'm
hungry for ha-has.
All right, man. Much
Thanks
love,
for having me. Appreciate it.
God bless you, Matt. Follow him. Where can they find you?
Matt Puzhitsky on everything: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
Pornhub?
I'll be there.
Absolutely.
Maybe OnlyFans. If the comedy stuff doesn't go too well in a few years. Yeah. Thank you. All right.
What time did you start the?
It was like at 8.
Was it an impromptu thing? Or
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is a good spot.
Neat.
Yo, that was fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, we'll do one next week.
We'll do yours next.
Yeah.
Matt, are you sticking around or were you doing?
Yeah, I have to do the first set. I'm doing the I'm hosting the